and a while back I made a video where I looked over my very old blog. It would have been from 6 years ago, and it would have contained the previous 6 years before that of dresses that I had been longing for. If you've seen any of my videos before, you probably know it was a very long time before I was able to afford getting anything that was actually like Lolita. So basically I just had a very large catalog in my wish list. So I did go over the AP list last time, but I do have a baby one which some people asked to see, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Although before I start, I would like to mention that my baby list is a little bit smaller than the AP list. One, because at that time it was a little bit harder for me to keep up with baby releases, and two, I also limited a bunch of dresses based off of size. In general, baby releases a lot of dresses that are more longer, and as a shorty I don't like anything that really goes beneath my knees. But of course I do make exceptions, which you'll see on this list. And also another thing I should note is that AP has always been a little bit more of a priority, so most of the dresses on this list I don't have. But let's go ahead and get started. August 23rd, 2014. I would have been 24 and broke. So up first is Chained Berry Memoir Maria jumper skirt in strawberry jam. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who gets very confuzzled by babies' names. I don't entirely understand how they all work, or like I get that there's like a concept, but I think, you know, translated over there's some kind of miscommunication or something. I don't know. So this one I remember seeing replicas of it like everywhere. It was really popular a few years before this, I believe, and I remember seeing this dress a lot and I wanted it because it's just so cute and I love strawberries, and I'm actually really picky about my strawberry dresses. Now, strawberry is one of my favorite, it's actually my #1 favorite fruit, and I adore everything about strawberries, but I am very selective about dresses that have strawberries on them. Like we know with AP, they are putting out strawberry dresses all the time, and of those 40, 50, not really, it's a lower number, I think. But of those dresses, it's like I can only pick out a small handful that like I would feel really happy with. But this one I think is just adorable. I don't have it yet, and I feel like if I were to get it, it wouldn't be too expensive. If it happened to come my way, I would take it. Though I will say, I don't know that I would necessarily want it in the red anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it at the very bottom of my list. So next up is Mary's Sweet Sheep Baby Doll jumper skirt in off-white, and ooh, I feel like this would be really inexpensive to buy secondhand, but I think it's adorable. Then again, I am basing this primarily off this old image that I have. The design, the construction of it, I think it's very cute. I like the subtle colors in it, like very soft muted pinks and off-whites I connect with very much, and I think that this just looks adorable, but I can't actually tell what the print is because the photos they're not that great. So I definitely would buy it, but I would have to get another glimpse of it up close. So next up is Classical Rose Garden, the jumper skirt in Saks, and I have seen this for sale for very cheap, like multiple places, like Lace Market, Wonderwell, Closet Child, like it's everywhere. And I still haven't gotten it, and I think that's because I see it everywhere like all the time. I have Saks here, but you know, I think I would take it in like other colors as well. It's just really cute, very simple. You know, it just looks really comfy. It's cute, it's really nice. Again, it's just one of those things where I'm trying to save for like the actual dream prints. So this has been on the back burner for like ever, and I feel really bad about it. I do want to get it one day, but one day isn't today. So next up is Princess Honey's Tea Salon Rose Ribbon jumper skirt in ivory. Ooh. This is actually also adorable. Okay, so I think I really want it actually. It's so cute. I love, from what I can see, the design of the dress kind of looks like wallpaper, but I'm really digging it. So I think I would really much rather take this jumper skirt over the one piece before the sheep one, because the concept is kind of the same as far as the colors go, but I really like this design a lot more. I love the large scallops at the bottom. They're like curtains. They're just This is a very cute, elegant dress. I don't think I've seen this for sale like ever, because I feel like I would have snatched it up because this is like my style. Next is Twinkle Dreaming Princess, the jumper skirt in navy. I cannot tell you how close I've gotten to getting this dress. It is still on my list. Although I'm not really feeling this cut anymore. I don't know if there are other ones. I'd have to check. But definitely this in the navy has like really always popped for me. It's just something about like the pink and the blue. I said this before, pink and blue make me really happy. But yeah, I've nearly gotten this one like so many times. It just so happens that something else popped up I decided to invest in instead that just outweighed this one just a little bit more. But another thing about this one is that I was also worried that maybe it might be too long on me, so I wouldn't like it. Oftentimes when I've seen it being sold, it would be from like out of country, like usually like Europe or Australia or something. And I don't mind paying like a high price for shipping, that's totally fine. But I do worry a little bit if I think that the dress may not look right on me. And the skirt in this dress kind of gave me the impression that maybe it would be a little bit longer. I don't know, I can't really verify. I know there's measurements, but sometimes they're a little bit off, just depending on like the construction and how it's made and where the waist is and stuff. Because where it sits on the waist is gonna also depend on like how, you know, high something is. The length of the dress is longer, but it's situated more up here because my hips are more down here. You know, that's gonna raise like an inch or two. I don't know that that would be the same for this one, so it's still on my list, just on hold. Next is Cherry Cherry Falling Cherry Ribbonetta jumper skirt in pink. My thing came undone, my ribbon. I'm also wearing a baby right now. It's probably my favorite dress. I think it's a very underrated print. I love it very much. So yeah, this Cherry Cherry Fallen Cherry I have seen a zillion times, also for relatively cheap. I almost came really close to getting this like recently, but then as I was about to like buy it, I was like, you know, no, I'm gonna hold on to my money just in case. Do I still want it? See, this is the hard thing. Like all these dresses, obviously there's a part of me that still wants them, but it's not like, oh my god, I need them. So I think what I should say is that yes, I would like it, but it's not on my wish list currently. All right, next is my friend Kumya-chan Sophie, the jumper skirt in off-white. And I do have this dress. I have it in yellow, which I actually much prefer. Probably like my favorite yellow piece of all time. I think it's really, really cute. Okay. I'm gonna be really honest and admit something here. There's two prints that I get very confused. One of them is my friend Usukumiya Judy, and the other one is my friend Kumya-chan Sophie. Yeah, and these two prints, I've looked at them side by side. They kind of look identical to me, aside from the way that the chest piece is put together. I know that Sophie is like a bearer. I'm assuming that Judy is also a bearer. I'm not really sure if the names are representative of just like which cut of the dress that it is, or if it actually has something to do with the print. I don't know. But if someone would explain to me, if you know, I would greatly appreciate it. So next we have the Cinderella jewelry jumper skirt in royal blue. This is a very nice dress. I don't think I would want it anymore though. And to be honest, I feel like when I think back to any of, because Baby will often put out prints that are like, they have like literal Disney characters on them. And they're really cute. But I think for me, they're like too literal. I prefer things that are more symbolic. And this is why I think that like Alice in Wonderland is a great theme for a dress, because you don't have to put Alice on there. You don't got to put the Cheshire Cat. Just put all kinds of other stuff. The mice, bunnies, teacups, roses, cards. I will say though, I wouldn't mind wearing this dress like one time, but I think that would be it, like hit it and quit it, you know? So next is Sweet Gingham border ribbon jumper skirt. I don't know if there's actually two ribbons in there or if I did a typo. And this is another very simple print. I mean, it's rather detailed, but the design of the dress is relatively simple. Okay, so like the Cinderella dress from before, I wouldn't pay money for that. This one, I would pay a little bit of money for it. But yeah, it can also be taken off my list. I think the way that the skirt is set up is a little bit too simple for me. Like, I am a lot more about design of a dress rather than print. So if you have a simple print, that's totally fine, but get some stuff happening in the area, in the space, you know. Let me see some layers, let me see some ribbon or something. If it is just gonna be print, I want to be like really excited, really happy to have it on my body. So next is Antoinette Bouquet Ribbon Goblin Jumper Skirt in Ivory. Very neat. I think I have seen this for sale quite a few times. It's not on my list anymore. I'm looking at it right now and I'm surprised it made it on my wish list back then at all, honestly, because I don't think it's my type, and I don't think it was my type back then either. Maybe, again, styles change over time, so perhaps back then I thought that this was something that I could work with, but looking at it now, I definitely know it's not something that I could. Like, I do think it's cute, but I know that I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing it, so off the list. Next is Sweet Fruit a la Mode Macaron Jumper Skirt in Sags, and no. Overall, I think the design is very cute. I like the print, but the reason I'm giving it a hard no is that boobage area looks a little bit too small. I do, however, love empire waists. I will say that, but I think I would take away one of the bows, maybe. I don't know, it just looks a little bit off to me. Again, it's one of those things. If it's not on my wish list, but if I found it, like, you know, on a sale rack in some thrift store, I would most definitely get it and happily wear it. Right, next up is Circus Ribbon in Navy, the jumper skirt, and ooh, I have really mixed feelings about this one. The print itself, I think, is absolutely adorable. I love it. I love the colors. My issue with this dress comes with the fact that it's a very stark border print. Like, the skirt portion is divided by just pattern and then picture. So the entire focal point is at the base, and for me that kind of throws it a little bit off balance. I recently got a hold of Chess Chocolate, and it is the same way. It is pattern and then print at the bottom. But this is also why I specifically got it in the cut that has the jabbit. There's at least that. Whereas up here it's just all blue, and then you get like some bigger pieces of ivory and pink. It's off-putting to me. That being said, I still really like it. Actually, after this, I'm gonna go look up and see if there's any other cuts, because it is very cute. All right, so next is the Dessert OP in Milkshake, aka Off-White. And I do have this dress. I have done videos in this dress, but I do have the blue version. It's very light sags, and I think I'm actually gonna be selling it though. It's long on me, and I feel a little bit frumpy when I'm wearing it. So I do love looking at it, and anytime I see anyone wearing this dress, I absolutely adore it. I think it's so gorgeous, but on myself, I don't like the way that it looks, and I don't like the way that I feel in it. So it is rather unfortunate, but I did get my hands on it at least. I'm gonna continue to try and enjoy it for, you know, as much as I can, but I don't know that I'm gonna continue to keep it. So next is Lace Frill. This is a jumper skirt, and I'm pretty sure there's been like several releases of this dress. I feel like it's like on par with like their baby doll design, where just like every once in a while they put out like another one, but in a different color and a slightly different design maybe. But this one in particular, the red version, immediately stuck out to me. I do still really want it, so yeah, this is still on my wish list. Next up is Favorite Ribbon, and this I believe was designed partially by Misako. I could be totally wrong, but they always link her with this dress, so I'm assuming that she had some kind of connection with it, unless it just so happens to be her favorite dress. So it actually took a really long time for this one to grow on me. I remember putting it on here because at the time it wasn't that I liked it so much, it was more that it was like I would feel more accomplished having it because it's one of baby's more like statement dresses. And I do believe that this dress is a little bit longer than the average baby dress. I want to say it's more in like the last 2 years that I've actually genuinely taken a liking to it. So it is on my list, but it's like authentically on my list now. I did come close to getting it a few times, but I just always worry that it's never gonna look good on me, so we'll see what happens. Next up is my sweet mate Kunya's Trick or Treat Judy jumper skirt. Yes, this is the, I think this is the navy one that I have here. I want it. I want it really bad. I mean, I think I want it so bad that I would take it in like any colorway, but it's so cute. I've seen it a few times and every time it's like, I don't have the money for it, unfortunately, and it gets snatched up before I get a chance to get around to being able to afford it. But it is so adorable. Yes, it's like, as far as baby dresses go, it's like at the top of my list. So next up is Sugar Bouquet Ribbon Jumper Skirt, and this is a really simple dress. Wow, I love it. I don't remember this at all. I really like this. I would get this. I would totally get this. I mean, at first glance, it's like the most basic thing. You got big giant flowers that you'd probably see on your grandma's bed sheet. I don't know. I love the deep red of the ribbons, and I just really like the overall construction of this dress. There's lace at the bottom, lace at the base with the ribbons there. Very nice. You know I'm all about the center ribbons. That's what I go for. And it looks like there's room for a big petticoat, which is another issue that I have with some baby dresses. They don't fit like big poofy petticoats, which is fine. Not all dresses are made for that, but some of their more sweeter dresses I would expect to be able to fit like a cupcake petticoat, and they don't. But this one looks like it has potential. Yeah, I would totally get that. I'm putting this on my new list. Alright, so next up is Princess Cornelia ribbon jumper skirt. There's 2 ribbons again. I don't know if it's just me and my typos. This is really gorgeous. I will say I do think that there's maybe too many ribbons. Maybe I would keep it to like 3. I don't know. It looks like one too many ribbon for me. But this is really cool. I love the look of it. Like the material looks like it's chiffon, like it's really soft. I love the way that it's layered. The tier at the bottom, very nice. And then it's got the little lace coming out the edges on the shoulder straps. Very cute. And I could be totally wrong, but it almost looks like there's glitter in some of the fabric, like the more lacier fabric. I don't know, but this looks gorgeous. And I love that color of pink. Again, I have like no recollection of this dress whatsoever, but it's really pretty. My only concern is that it looks really long. It looks like it would go quite a few inches past my knee, so that is worrisome. Okay, so next up is Twinkle, Constellation, and the Stars Confetti. So this is the jumper skirt in pink. I have the one piece in white, and it is so cute. It makes me sad that the print is only at the very base of the dress. I feel like they could have done more with the upper part. But I guess in the jumper skirt, you don't really have to worry about that. You can do a lot more with like the blouses you're wearing underneath. And also it's a little bit more decorated on the jumper skirt in the chest area. Whereas on the one piece, it is very basic. So even though I have the one piece, I still would love to get the jumper skirt in pink. And also yellow. And blue as well. I think this is probably like my top favorite baby print. And you know what? This is such an old print, I feel. Like I've seen it for sale a lot for relatively cheap. I want to say like under $100. So it's not impossible. It's just, I always miss out. But yeah, it's my favorite. I also wish that the photos did justice, because really the print up close is so cute. And it's got bears and stars. So cute. Okay, finally we just have the basic baby doll jumper skirt in pink, and I still to this day think that if I were to have this, I would still strictly want it in the pink and white, and that is it. The reason, however, that I have not gotten this dress is because as much as my heart yearns for it. I know I will never feel confident in it. It is just far too long for me and my liking. I also did own a very similar dress to it. It was the Sun Dot something. Anyway, I used to have it. It was very similar to this one. And it was kind of like the same situation. It was really, really nice to look at. But on myself, I just couldn't. It sucks, but at the end of the day, if you don't feel comfortable wearing something, it's like, why own it? I'm not gonna feel better about having it in my closet because I'm not gonna be wearing it, so I'm not even gonna bother. It's sad, but I definitely appreciate it from afar. And every time, you know, it happens to pass up on like my Instagram feed or something, I feel very happy. But yeah, so that's it. That's all I have. That was actually a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. I'm surprised actually by how many of these dresses I don't really remember. I guess that happens sometimes when you get old and you forget stuff. If you're watching this and you're a big, like super hardcore, die-hard fan of Baby the Star Shine Bright, probably you have realized I'm not very well versed in their stuff. I would definitely love to get more of their dresses in my closet, but I myself am more of an AP whore. Their dresses just fit me a lot better physically, so. Though I will say with my current wish list, there are a few baby dresses that are like super high priority. It's not like all AP up there now, which is good. I mean, it should be. I like variety. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there because I feel like it's been a long time. So yeah, thanks for watching if you watched, and I will see you next time. Bye!